Clover Hill football, the Varsity Cavaliers head up Route 288 to Midlothian to take on the Trojans. And there's Isaiah Finney sporting the Cavalier gold, green, and white. Cavaliers get the opening kickoff, and right away it's to the air attack. Bailey hitting Chris Smith. Smith picking up a few more yards. Then it's Bailey on the ground, calling his own number up the middle, finding some extra yardage, and he'll take the ball inside Midlothian territory. And then it's the pass to Smith. Again, Bailey connecting. Smith driving forward for even more yardage. Coach Tiller coming out, having a couple quick words with his offense, and right back to the air attack. And it's Christian Conklin making the catch. Bailey connecting once again. Christian Conklin here. Watch this catch, slow-mo. In case you thought he didn't get it, he did. Touchdown Cavaliers. Conklin will also tack on the extra point. They take an early 7-point lead. On the kickoff, the Trojans bobble the ball. Andrew Oliver, Michael Haynes, and Andrew Olson will get in on the stop. Then it's the Clover Hill defense holding on, stopping the Trojan running game. There, big stop by Anthony Davis. Then the stop behind the line of scrimmage by Marcus Jackson. And the coaches like what they see at this point in the game from the Cavalier defense. Band playing on. We'll get to more of them a little bit later. A fun night for both school bands on the night. But like I said, we'll get to that, back to the action. And the Trojan defense toughening up. And on fourth down, the Cavaliers decide to go for it. The pass incomplete. The Trojans will take over on downs. This time, they find some holes in that Cavalier defense. A big run up the middle there, finally brought down by Andrew Oliver and Marcus Jackson. And then being drugged downfield, that's Craig Sprouse holding on, but making the stop. I didn't say it was going to be easy for the Trojans. The Trojan offense continues to make headway. This time Richard Robbins and Leodiac Thomas in on the stop. And then they find a big hole around the left-hand side, and it's touchdown Midlothian. They'll tack on the extra point. It's 7-7. On the return, Craig Sprouse gets the ball and met by a whole host of the Trojan special teams there, and out returns the Cavalier offense. Cavaliers keeping it on the ground. They hand off to Michael Haynes. Haynes finds some room up the middle, and that'll carry the teams into the second quarter. And then the handoff once again going to Haynes, getting a nice block by Joel Caleb. Haynes finds his way, runs right over a Trojan defender, and he'll have about an average of 10 yards per carry on the night. Nice night for Michael Haynes. Then it's Joe Caleb getting the call. He'll take it in for even more yardage on the ground. Then it's Michael Haynes busting his way 2 yards in for the touchdown. Cavaliers, another one on the board. Extra point is good, 14-7. Trojans again having trouble bobbling the ball on the kick, and they're met immediately by Andrew Oliver. The Trojans going to the air. This one complete. Nice pass play. And that'll go into Cavalier territory. Chris Smith on the stop. And then it's Vince Brennan and Marcus Jackson making a stop behind the line of scrimmage. Cavalier defense giving up some yardage. Leodiac Thomas in on the stop that time. And then another big hole right up the center. And that one will go all the way into the end zone for another Midlothian touchdown. They tack on the extra point. It's good. The score tied up once again at 14. Cavalier offense not done just yet as they pound their way right down the field. Bailey picking up some yardage that time, and then it's Michael Haynes. Another carry into the end zone, touchdown. Cavaliers, Michael Haynes, 141 yards of rushing on the night, and Christian Conklin tacks in the extra point. It's good. Clover Hill quickly up by 7 once again. On the kick, the Trojans have trouble, and on the next play, they have even more troubles as Anthony Davis makes the tackle, forcing the fumble, and Thane Bruce recovers for Clover Hill. Then it's back to the running attack. Michael Haynes, look at him just bust his way through those defenders, shoving his way downfield, and then it's Joel Caleb getting the call. Caleb finding some room. Clover Hill continuing with the running game and running it right into the end zone. Joel Caleb, touchdown, 4-yard run. The Cavaliers miss on the extra point. It's 27-14. But on the next possession for the Trojans, Andrew Oliver makes the pickoff and runs it 57 yards back for another Cavalier touchdown. Fans going wild. The Cavalier crazies up there having a good time as Andrew Oliver gets congratulated. Extra point attempt right through the uprights. This time the Cavalier lead grows 34-14. Trojans try to mount something as time runs down in the first half, but that Cavalier defense holds tough. They're forced to punt back to Clover Hill, and Chris Smith will all but run out time on the clock on this return. Team set to kick off the second half. Josh Bailey warms up on the sidelines. Hi, family and friends out there as he gets ready for action. And the Cavalier defense out first. Thane Bruce on the stop. and they hold off that Trojan offense. They come off the field to the cheers of the fans, and then it's Cavaliers back in their running game mode once again with Joel Caleb finding some extra room. Then Josh Bailey will take it around the left-hand side, tack on about 8 more yards, and then it's the handoff to Michael Haynes. Haynes picking up 12 yards on that play. Josh Bailey this time to the air to Chris Smith. Smith taking it down the sidelines as they drive into that Trojan side of the field once more. Then it's the pass over the middle. Zach Burkholder jumping and grabbing, holding on after the big hit. Cavaliers even closer to that end zone. Then it's Bailey tacking on 9 more yards on this run. And on the following play, Michael Haynes finds a hole right up the middle. Touchdown, his 3rd of the night. Cavaliers miss on the extra point. It goes wide, but the lead is 40-14. This would set up another good battle between the Cavalier defense and that offense of the Midlothian Trojans. The Cavalier defense getting some good stops out of Spence Brennan, Andrew Oliver, Anthony Davis. Several of the Cavaliers stepping up. Mo Gross in on the stop that time. But the Trojans found a little bit of running room. They'd finally be forced out of bounds at the 11-yard line of the Cavaliers. But that Cavalier defense proved tough once again to stop behind the line of scrimmage. Several big stops hurting the Trojan effort on this drive, though. Spence Brennan making the chase down of the Trojan quarterback. And then, again, it's Marcus Jackson nearly getting the shoestrings, but finally brought out of bounds by Spence Brennan and Leodiak Thomas. That would force them to go for the field goal. It would be good, so that would make it 17-40. And Coach O'Hare still happy with the defensive efforts. They held them to a field goal. Back on offense, it's Bailey on the ground, finding his way, shoving his way up through some of the Trojan defenders. The Cavaliers head into the 4th quarter, enjoying that 40-17 lead. A little dancing on the sidelines, some celebration going on for the Cavaliers as Andrew Oliver gets the call. This time on the ground, long pass over the middle. Christian Conklin coming up in the middle of 4 Trojan defenders and bringing that one down. They continue to go back to the air on this drive. And then it's back to the ground once again as number 6, Joel Caleb, pushes his way into Trojan territory. Then it's Bailey on the run, but the fumble, and the Trojans recover. That would give that Trojan offense another chance to make the attack, but they're picked off right away. Number 14, Craig Sprouse, making the interception, returning it back into Trojan territory. Then things get a little loud on the sidelines. Little drumline competition on the sidelines, but back to football action, and Ethan Bowen making the stop on that play. But that Trojan offense able to find some gaps. Andrew Edney getting the worst of that one, that's for sure. They continue to find gaps in that Cavalier defensive line. Cavalier defense makes some good plays, though. Andrew Oliver causing the fumble here, but the Trojans able to recover. And then it's Leodiak Thomas behind the line of scrimmage making the takedown. But that Trojan offense finds some more gaps, and that one will go right into the end zone. The extra point is good. They'll try the little short kick. Cavaliers have trouble with it. Trojans come up with the ball. They'll get another shot at it. This one stopped by Spence Brennan. Nice block on the pass. The coaches talk things over. They just want their defense to hold on one last time. The long pass, it's incomplete, and the Cavaliers will go on to win over the Trojans of Midlothian. Clover Hill 40, Midlothian 24.